272 at 4'7", 35 pull-ups and 30 seconds, and you can go see that on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember.
I was the athlete that lifted weights. I was always the athlete that powerlifted. I was always the athlete that did bodybuilding or anything like that. I think the biggest thing I want to say to everybody is health and fitness is about trying to live in the best shape you can. Like this man goes out and still does crazy stuff. That's when you pay for the massage and the girl gives you a little something extra.
That's when your wife's in Italy for 3 weeks.
Woo! Who's happier right now? Who's happier right now? Piedmontese hamburger. He just finished a hot dog. That's what he's eating.
It's my second Piedmontese.
Because he looks like a freaking animal. And then here's me. Here's Fat Boy. So just,
we got 12 pieces of lettuce?
Yeah. I'm over here, and there's a seat here. Well, that's because we have a cool cat in the house. But let me know when you guys are on here so I can unveil. But I will give you no hints on who's here. But he might have wore that mask at one time right there. But again, I won't tell you who it is. Oh, look at this. How do you like that? Do you like it? They sent me a couple, so I'm going to try those out.
The free sleeve?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I have them. I use them all the time. I've got them for my knees, my elbows. I've been using them for years.
Well, there you go.
Any elbow pain?
And you like
Free
it?
sleeve.
Free sleeve it. Free sleeve it.
We're live. What are we talking about today?
We're showing the
Giant arms.
Want to see the peak? There's the peak. Here's the real peak.
See the peak? Give you a peek. Want to do something really cool? Look at that.
Show these guys. Show these guys.
Look at that.
That's when you pay for the massage and the girl gives you a little something extra.
This is when your wife's in Italy for 3 weeks.
Woo! Comes over and hangs with me, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, hey, so we finished up the check-ins and all that with everybody, and they did great. And I love when it flows. So when it flows, like they're being supportive that I'm leaving town for a couple weeks to do a movie, and they're like, "Hey, go have fun. I know what to do. I'm going to stay on my plan." Mo, will you mute that, baby? Will you mute the TV? So I know that you get on them when they mess up. Talk to me about when it flows nicely.
When it flows nicely, it's like the best environment to be in, because then that helps other people come into the flow. It's like being in a lazy river. You got all these inner tubes that are waiting to be occupied, and all you need to do is enter that river and sit in it. So if you have a group of people like Mike has that are all listening to the coaching, applying what they're being taught, whether he's in town or out of town doing a movie or here, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't take that much energy on his part to get you where you want to go. It's simply a matter of applying the principles that you're being taught on a day-to-day basis.
Who's happier right now? Who's happier right now? Piedmontese hamburger. He just finished a hot dog. That's what he's eating.
It's my second Piedmontese.
Because he looks like a freaking animal. And then here's me. Here's Fat Boy. So we're just,
what do you got, 12 pieces of lettuce?
Yeah. All right, so thank you guys. All my Titans have checked in this weekend, this week. Titan Challenge 3 is going, 4 weeks down. All my one-on-ones, great job. We got more to go. But I want to talk about something that's really important that happened yesterday that should make you think, and I talked to a lot of the Titan members that talked about this, is that a lot of people lost people 20 years ago from yesterday's incident. Now, I don't want to talk about the incident, but I want to talk about the life. What I love about Mo is that Mo lives
I love everything about
for
Mo.
today. But she's not one of these people that says it. She actually does it, and she pounds on me at times, saying, "What are you grumpy about?" or "What do you this, that, and the other." Everything's great. So with life, tomorrow's promise to know. I saw a great meme. It said, "A rich man and his money and time. He'll always know how much money he has. He'll never know how much time he has."
There you go.
And it's a beautiful thing. And I know that a lot of people lost people. And I hope you youngsters, and I think this is where it goes to, I hope you youngsters understand that you need to be succeeding today. Because I think a lot of them just go, and it's weird. It's even not even youngsters. I'm, not even 16, 17-year-olds. I'm talking about 30-year-olds go, hey, I got time to catch you. Yeah. You don't got time. I was in the magazines by 17. So if you're trying to do what I'm doing, that's past.
Plus, you think he's sitting around waiting on you to catch up to him? He's still doing the work.
Yeah, you got Titan now to catch up to. Yeah. And he's already got 2 years ahead start on you.
Catch up to Mona and we'll talk.
Yeah. So tomorrow's not promised to anyone. So what I love is the Titan crew, and you got a great crew of people that understand that you're unfair, because with time comes that kind of wisdom. And so you got a demographic of people that understand how important time is. They've lost people, and they understand that. It's like funny. Somebody said, "Hey, don't you wish you had Titan when you were younger?" Well, no, I wouldn't have been a good father when I was younger. I had him at the right time.
Yeah.
But you don't get to spend. That's not promised to anybody. You could have a kid at 20, and you might not make it till 21.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I want to say to everybody is health and fitness is about trying to live in the best shape you can. Like this man goes out and still does crazy stuff. And not worrying about this longevity aspect of it. It's the quality of life that you're here.
Yeah.
Just because you exercise doesn't mean you're going to live till 100.
Absolutely not. And you need to, like what Mike's saying right now is probably the most valuable lesson he could teach anyone. And the reality is everybody knows this. We all understand the concept of stopping and smelling the roses and living for today and all that sort of stuff. But most of us never do it. I'll give you an example. So I just launched, the Nanotest company, and it's not even a year yet. It'll be a year on my 58th birthday, October 3rd, that we officially did it.
A day before Mona's birthday.
There we go. We're both Libras, and we both are awesome. So we set sales goals for ourselves, just like we set physical goals for ourselves. And when we achieve those goals, we're not enjoying or appreciating the fact that we've hit that goal, because we're already looking to the next one. Now, as an athlete, as a person who's an overachiever, I guess, I appreciate that mentality and that attitude, but what enjoyment is there ever if you're not taking the time to go, wow, look at what I've done, even if it's losing 1 pound. So if you join Mike's program and you want to lose 100 pounds and you never have any desire to be on a magazine or on a stage, but you've lost a pound, my question would be to you, did you appreciate yourself for the effort that you put forth to accomplish that goal? And if you didn't, 2 pounds or 200 pounds is not going to change anything, because we're not taking the time to appreciate what we have. No differently than waking up in the morning and looking around this house going, wow, does some electricity need to be fixed here and there? Of course, it's a house that gets old, just like our body. But if we sit around going, man, I can't wait to get the new Tesla, and then I'll be happy. No, you won't.
I think one thing is, we're not saying when we were 20, we lived that. But what we are trying to do is teach you youngsters, again, like most of us at this age, is supposed to teach the young on what is beneficial. And you just had some talks with some incredible people. Because especially the one had the possibility of being something, but he went the other way with it because of not being open, being a kid.
Being a kid. At some point, Titan is going to get to a stage in his life where what you say is going to be the most annoying thing ever, and it will be for a period of time. And you're going to sit back and look at him and go, what the heck, bro? All I want is the best for you. So that transcends into Mike's coaching group as well. When somebody says something stupid, or when somebody does something that he knows is not going to be beneficial to you, based upon his years of experience and his collective years of experience, like we talk about all the time, he's going to sit back and go, what the hell? Why? So it might come off to you as mean or angry or something like that, but it's not. It's concern for the fact that you came here to him with a desire to accomplish something, and he knows that what you just did is not the right way to get it done.
Tough love.
Yeah.
Tough love now is toxic.
It is, but you know what? I'll be as toxic as you can be, like that cesspool of just garbage water because I understand. Like when I lay my head on my pillow at night, I know every reason for every word that's come out of my mouth. Now, whether or not somebody else, listen to my words that I'm going to use right now, chooses to take offense is not up to me. Because the reality is, if somebody gets offended by what I say, it's simply a matter of them making the choice to, because it's never my intent to offend someone. It's my intent to encourage and uplift and inspire and educate and, open up some possibilities of thought that may or may not have been possible had I not intervened with some sort of knowledge. And it's not limited to me. It's limited to anybody in your life who has wisdom that can benefit you. And that's parents and coworkers and friends and bosses and wives. Like, how much do you not want to hear things from Mona when you know, damn, she's right.
Oh, she's right about everything.
Yeah.
I think with the Titan crew and with your group, we are 100% harder on them. It's like the people. There's levels. I barely even read, or the team barely reads. Jeffrey kind of looks through the YouTubes because those are like the bottom feeders that don't want to give anything and just want to sit on the computer.
Yeah.
So I don't really spend time there. Then you got the Instagram. And they'll moderately kind of watch, but again, they're not going to really put in the effort and stuff.
Don't even go on TikTok and look at any of those posts, because that's just...
Then you got the Titan crew, and I'm going to be hard on them because they're going, hey, I came to you. I put in my sweat equity.
Well, that's your tribe, bro.
That's my tribe. I mean, I'm going to be harder on them than anybody. And like I said to the one-on-ones, if you're coming to me one-on-one, I expect you to be as hard about this as I am.
Well, if they gave you a couple $1,000s for a program, you're taking that seriously. And you're wanting to get them results because at the end of the day, it's a reflection on your ability to coach somebody. So you're now in this to get them results, but you're also in this to show people that investing with you is a great place to put their money if they want to get results in relation to how they look in their physical body and even in their mental approach towards life.
I think one of the big things is that you can't, come here.
Buddy.
One of the big things you can't do is you can't want it more than the individual.
That happens to me a lot of times, with the exception of my guys. My guys want it bad, and they have taken what I've done and turned it into something bigger. And that's really what community should be.
Yeah.
A community should be where you create evangelists. You create people who are spreading the good news, right? Like the gospel of Jesus Christ. The disciples of Jesus spread the good news. That's what gospel means. So the disciples of Titan are meant to spread the good news. How do they do that? You become a product of the products. You look and function a way that makes people around you go, whoa, look at that. Wow, bro, what did you do? Sally, oh my God, you look phenomenal. What is it? I got on Mike's program. And by golly, it worked.
And that's what you want. Right, Mo? I think Titan's out there getting ready to get on cardio.
Someone's got to do
watching
cardio
he's
around
doing
here.
it. Watching and doing it. I wanted to get Clark on today just because I know that one thing that I was dealing with yesterday is a lot of friends that I was talking to was talking about it being a hard day and that they lost people 20 years ago from the 9/11. But on top of that,
Sorry.
Sorry.
they'll get Mo just walk in and just destroy you.
Mo just takes over.
I didn't know your phone was
Here, baby.
ringing in there. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to see you guys more clearly.
People lost people, and it's that incident or other incidents. We just had 5 people in the health and fitness world that I trained with back in the 90s all pass away.
Yeah, there's
it's
a lot of people.
Too young.
Way too young. If you're in your 50s, it's way too young to be dying. And here's the sad thing. There's a lot of dead people who they're, dead man walking, right? There are a lot of people who are in the 50s who don't have the life that they could. So they've rendered themselves useless on the planet with the exception of making it to work, slugging out 8 hours, which I appreciate and respect. But then you get home and you have nothing left in the tank to do anything else. And not that fitness should be something that you do for aesthetic purposes only. It should be for functionality.
Well, I think they know that. I think you guys 100% know that we have never. We were about for 100%. I was the athlete that lifted weights. I was always the athlete that power lifted. I was always the athlete that did bodybuilding or anything like that. And that's the only reason I got gladiators and battle dome and gladiators.
Well, what'd you run a 40 in at 260 for the
272 at 4.7. 35 pull-ups and 30 seconds. And you can go see that on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember